Denise, you have shared your paper dolls with me, and you'll have to wait for the videos of all of this.
All of that,
but there's
right,
one piece that in this ephemeral celebration that we're having that got left out, and it's actually one of my favorite pieces. And I was really lucky early in our collecting journey that we got to know some of the really premier paper doll collectors, and one of them was Dee Robinson.
Okay,
did you
right?
know? Did you know Dee?
A little bit, way back.
Yeah, yeah. She was a very accomplished doll costumer.
Right.
But her real love was paper dolls. Okay. And the thing about paper dolls and ephemeral items, and I said this in another video, but I'm going to share it with you and all of you again. It's very personal. Okay. It's not something that's particularly flashy. You can't ask people, come into my doll room and see my collection.
Right, and spread them on the floor or something.
Yeah, it doesn't, it's between the item and you.
Okay.
You can share it a little bit.
Right, that makes
so
sense.
it really separates, do you really love beautiful things? Do you really love historic items? And Dee and Maureen Pop and other people, and I think both of us, we do. So it's okay that it's in this book. So you can't judge a book by its cover.
No, but first, look at this beautiful.
But it's a pretty nice piece. So, and I need to do a little bit of gluing there before that breaks off, and I will do that. So this is a one of a kind.
Look at her.
And we have reproduced this for in our boutique in a reduced size, and it is lovely. But there's nothing like the real thing. So in this portfolio, there I believe is the paper that was used to make this. So there's more paper, the things that have not been made, costumes, and there is an inscription, "Our young queen."
Oh, goodness.
So if you look at the doll, and remember, I've cleaned my hands, so I'm not, I mean, this is a very flattering portrait of Queen Victoria. I mean, really is.
Yes.
And she should be thrilled to be represented like so.
Look at that.
And this is all hand painted, and then they've applied some lovely Dresden lace. And that would have been, that lace would have been easy to find in the late 50s.
It's up here too.
And then look at how they've painted the shadows, but how the shadows create another fold in the lace.
Because yes, they're not folding the lace; they're cutting it and putting. Okay.
Yeah, isn't that? It's very ingenious.
Very clever.
And then the classic pose that most paper dolls, not always, but most paper dolls have this arms across so that it pulls in the space so they can do other things. So. Okay, we could say our queen. Maybe it's a queen of another country, not the Great Britain or England, if you like. But it could be somewhere else, except there's this beautiful pink dress. And if you look right here.
Oh, there's Albert.
There's Albert.
Oh my gosh.
So this is.
Yes.
And there is a surviving, a little bit earlier than these costumes fashioned. There is a surviving dress of Victoria's that was about that color. But it was a really strange dress because it looked like it had like a decoration of like brains on it, which is very odd. But this is not odd. You know, you've got the flowers.
And even the sleeve, little ruffles on the sleeves.
But look at what you could do with a little scrap of Dresden paper. And the handkerchief.
And look at, yes. Oh, okay, yes. This is paper. Now, the first on her undergarments that's actual lace.
That's
that's
paper.
No, this
that's
is paper as
lace.
well. It looks like lace. Oh my. Oh my. Okay. Ooh, I love this.
And then for out doing the royal visit.
Look at her blue glove. Look at this
arsenic green
little piece here. Oh, you could just do
and a
anything.
parasol,
All with
shade.
the paper.
And of course, they're all front and back. And I believe that's a
It's
isn't
a
it-
quill
It's a quill.
pen.
So we know that the Queen did a lot of correspondence, and she doesn't have. This doesn't have a huge wardrobe.
No, but
But
what it
then-
has is
then we have the writing
there's her
habits.
writing, yes.
So I believe that all of this paper, maybe they just stopped. Maybe they stopped.
Because
They started on it and they never finished the
It's
project.
just plain paper. Okay.
Yeah, and she's been in between these pages all these years. But I think that for beauty, this is really
That is
something
just
really
so
special.
It's very special.
It is.
Very special. It would be fun to do with something that's not as precious. And
To play
and
with
just
it.
play with, yeah.
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 And we'll do that someday.
Yeah,
Why don't
that'd
we
be,
have a
that'd
workshop?
be a lot of fun. You'll
Yeah.
get some paper.
Yeah, I've done it before. I have a fun story. An organization sent me some dolls to dress for a fundraiser, and I agreed to do it. And I opened the box, and I just was like, "Oh my God, I can't do this." The doll, there was no inspiration there. And I put it off, and I put it off, and I put it off. And then I realized that I did have an obligation to the fundraising thing. So I did I had an antique paper doll, and I did a whole wardrobe of clothes for the antique paper doll. And I gave them that. And I said, "You'll do much better with this than you
Than
would
just
with that."
yeah,
And it was true.
Yeah,
Because, you know,
Yeah.
you can't,
You
if
have
you're
to
not feeling
the
it, you
eye
can't.
for it too.
You know, I know you do a lot of costuming for special events and things. If you don't love the doll, you can't.
No, you have to be
yeah.
inspired.
But she's very inspirational.
Oh, she's beautiful. What a face.
All right, well,
Oh, wow.
see,
I
now
love
I
that.
even the score
Okay,
a little
you
bit.
have even the score now. I'm jealous.
Okay, good. All right, friends, we'll be back later. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Remember to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button.